Around the world will want to forget. With plunging home prices and rising foreclosures, the housing problem snowballed into an economic crisis that we haven't seen since the Great Depression, spreading across the globe. Power Lunch takes a look back after the fall of Lehman and when the government stepped in just before a near total collapse of the financial system.
What we are working on now is an approach to deal with the systemic risk and the stresses in our capital markets.
The federal government should interfere in the marketplace only when necessary, given the precarious state of today's financial markets and their vital importance to the daily lives of the American people. Government intervention is not only warranted, it is essential.
We have gotten closer to where we think it ought to be, starting from what they sent us. We're not quite there yet. We are going to continue to work on it.
And we are not sending a blank check to Wall Street.
The government has given us a lifeline. We appreciate the fact that they've done it. We want to repay that loan just as quickly as we can.
This is not a handout to individual institutions. This is trying to make the market as a whole work.
I'm frustrated. The taxpayer is on the hook. The taxpayer is already on the hook. The taxpayer already is going to suffer the consequences if things don't work the way they should work.
We are in the midst of a serious financial crisis, and the federal government is responding with decisive action.
We've experienced significant turmoil.
When you want to come. But shoot it in the right direction. Making it your intention. Live those dreams, scheme those schemes. Gotta hit me with those laser beams. Laser
of derivatives transactions that are privately negotiated by professionals is unnecessary.
It is our very great hope that it will be possible to move this year on legislation that in a suitable way goes to create legal certainty for OTC derivatives.
It's been a long day without you, my friend, and I'll tell you all about it when I see you again. We've come a long way from where we began. Oh, I'll tell you all about it when I see you again, when I see you again.
Damn, who knew? All the planes we flew good things we've been through, that I'll be standing right here talking to you about another path. I know we love to hit the road and laugh, but something told me that it wouldn't last. Had to switch up, look at things different, see the bigger picture. Those were the days, hard work forever pays. Now I see you in a better place. How can we not talk about family when family's all that we got? Everything I went through, you were standing there by my side, and now you gon' be with me for the last ride.
It's been a long day without you, my friend, and I'll tell you.
In the old system, when a homeowner paid their mortgage every month, the money went to their local lender. And since mortgages took decades to repay, lenders were careful. In the new system, lenders sold the mortgages to investment banks. The investment banks combined thousands of mortgages and other loans, including car loans, student loans, and credit card debt, to create complex derivatives called collateralized debt obligations, or CDOs. The investment banks then sold the CDOs to investors. Now, when homeowners paid their mortgages, the money went to investors all over the world. The investment banks paid rating agencies to evaluate the CDOs, and many of them were given a AAA rating, which is the highest possible investment grade. This made CDOs popular with retirement funds, which could only purchase highly rated securities. This system was a ticking time bomb. Lenders didn't care anymore about whether a borrower could repay, so they started making riskier loans. The investment banks didn't care either. The more CDOs they sold, the higher their profits. And the rating agencies, which were paid by the investment banks, had no liability if their ratings of CDOs proved wrong.
About it when I see you again. We've come a long way, from where we began.
You know, we started.
Oh, I'll tell you all about it.
Your top priority to sell is that shitty deal. If you have an adverse interest to your client, you have the duty to disclose that to your client, to tell that client of your adverse interest. That's my question.
Sure, Mr. Chairman, I'm just trying to understand.
No, I think you understand it. I don't think you want to answer. What do you think about selling securities which your own people think are crap? Does that bother you?
I think they would, again, as a hypothetical.
No, this is real.
Well, then I don't.
We heard it today.
Well,
we heard it today. This is a shitty deal. This is crap.
I heard nothing today that makes me think anything went wrong.
Is there not a conflict when you sell something to somebody and then are determined to bet against that same security and you don't disclose that to the person you're selling it? Do you see a problem?
In the context of market making, that is not a conflict.
And when you heard that your employees in these emails said, God, what a shitty deal. God, what a piece of crap. Do you feel anything?
I think that's very unfortunate to have on email.
Are you embarrassed?
And very unfortunate. I don't.
On email,
please don't take that
How
wrong
about
way.
feeling that way?
I think it's very unfortunate for anyone to have said that in any form.
Yep. On a daily basis, I consume enough drugs to sedate Manhattan, Long Island, and Queens for a month.
Okay, Mr. Jordan.
I take Quaaludes 10 to 15 times a day for my back pain, Adderall to stay focused, Xanax to take the edge off, pot to mellow me out, cocaine to wake me back up again, and morphine, well, because it's awesome. Morning, make them. all the drugs under God's blue heaven, there is one that is my absolute favorite. See, enough of this shit'll make you invincible. Able to conquer the world and eviscerate your enemies. Oh! And I'm not talking about this. I'm talking about this. See, money doesn't just buy you a better life, better food, better cars, better pussy. It also makes you a better person. You can give generously to the church or a political party of your choice. You can save the fucking spotted owl with money.
Let's go to the park. I wanna kiss you underneath the stars. Maybe we'll go too far. We just don't care. We just don't care. We just don't care. You know I love it when you're loving me. But sometimes it's better when it's publicly.
Suddenly, hundreds of billions of dollars a year were flowing through the securitization chain. Since anyone could get a mortgage, home purchases and housing prices skyrocketed. The result was the biggest financial bubble in history.
Real estate is real. They can see their asset. They can live in their asset. They can rent out their asset.
You had a huge boom in housing that made no sense at all. The financing appetites of the financial sector drove what everybody else did.
Last time we had a housing bubble was in the late 80s. In that case, the increase in home prices had been relatively minor. That housing bubble led to a relatively severe recession. From 1996 until 2006, real home prices effectively doubled.
Let's go to the park. I wanna kiss you underneath the stars. Maybe we'll go too far. We just don't care. We just don't care. We just don't. Let's make love. Let's go somewhere they might discover us. Let's get lost in lust. We just don't care. We just don't care. We just don't care. I see you closing down the restaurant. Let's sneak and do it when your boss is gone. Everybody's leaving, we'll have some fun. Oh, maybe it's wrong, but you turning me on. Oh, we'll take a visit to your mama's house. Creep to the bedroom while your mama's out. Maybe she'll hear it when we scream and shout. But we'll keep it rocking until she come knocking. Oh, let's go to the park. I wanna kiss you underneath the stars. Maybe we'll go too far. We just don't care. We just don't care. We just don't. Let's make love. Let's go somewhere they might discover